Namaskar. Welcome to all the learners. NIOS is now going to present this English lesson today. Today we are going to discuss lesson for English subject. You can see on the screen lesson 1 and the lesson name is My First Step. My means this is the sign of my, and first is the number 1. STEP, step. Step is this. Lesson name is My First Step. When any person goes out from the home, that is a kind of beginning of the life. So that is the name of the story, My First Step. Vocabulary we will be doing. You can see on the screen the first word is, there are 10 words you can see on the screen. First word is autobiography. This is the sign. If any person is telling self-story, that is autobiography. Second word is exchange. Suppose there are two persons. I have a laptop, another person has a mobile, and we exchanged our items. So that is exchange. Or sometimes people exchange their seats. So that word is called as exchange. Third word is cricketer. Fourth word is relation, like mother, father, tau, chacha, mama, bua. We have so many relations. So this is the sign of relation. Fifth word is fisher woman. The women who catch fish, they are called fisher women. Sixth word is caused. Seventh word is identity. Like if a person has own identity, person is male or female, Indian or foreigner, so similar kind of identity, we use identity word for all those. Eighth word is missing. Like sometimes we don't find our things, we say that that thing is missing. So both ways we use missing. Ninth word is daily match. Means every day we practice for preparation, that is daily match. 10th word is tennis. Let's now understand the objectives of this lesson. First objective of this lesson is you will be able to read and understand the autobiography. The second objective is you will be able to use the difficult words which are known as compound words. Third objective is you would be able to use the grammar rules, simple past tenses. And the fourth objective is you will be able to answer easy questions from this lesson. You all know Sunil Gavaskar, you can see on the screen also. You all like him a lot. He's a famous personality and he's a cricketer. His name is Sunil Gavaskar. His sign name is this. This story is of Sunil Gavaskar, and in this story, he himself has written the autobiography of his own life. He is a famous cricketer. This lesson is autobiography of Sunil Gavaskar. He was born on 10th of July in the year 1949. That is his birthday. When Sunil Gavaskar was born, at the time of birth, he had a little hole near the top of his left ear lobe. It was natural. His left ear lobe still has that hole. Sunil Gavaskar, his relative came to see him. His name was Nan Kaka. And people call him Mr. Narayan Masurekar. Sunil Gavaskar used to call him Nan Kaka. At home in his own family. He was his chacha actually. At the time, in hospital, when Sunil Gavaskar was born, he came to see him in hospital when he was born. And again, next day when he came, when Chacha again came next day, and Chacha saw the sweet baby, and also he took that baby again in his lap, and what he noticed that this time that hole was missing. So he had some doubt that yesterday when I picked up the baby, there was a little hole in the left ear lobe, but this baby does not have it. So he got worried and he started to look for our own baby in the hospital. Where is my baby? Where is Sunil Gavaskar? That baby had a hole. Hospital staff and in the room they saw there were many babies in the room. And they all were searching, and finally Nankaka, his chacha, he found the baby sleeping in the crib beside a fisher woman, and that baby had the same hole. And this exchange happened just after the birth of both the babies, and at the time of bathing all the babies when they are given birth and the nurses give the bath to the babies, at that time that exchange happened. And it's quite normal because babies look alike. So that time this exchange happened. And this was the problem that he finally found. And if Nankaka had not noticed this abnormality of a small hole, perhaps he would have grown up to be an obscure fisherman, toiling somewhere along the west coast. And because his mother would have been a fisherwoman. So, Sunil Gavaskar, he really didn't know what happened and how it happened in the hospital. And if in future sometime that fisherwoman's baby would have seen this or will read this autobiography, he definitely will take more interest in his story. This fisherwoman, she also would be interested in knowing the autobiography of Sunil Gavaskar. Like you all understood the concept of the story, now there is a question for all of you. Sunil Gavaskar began playing cricket. How? And there is another question. Sunil Gavaskar, he was really a good cricketer. So you have to tell who helped to develop his talent as a cricketer. Sunil Gavaskar, during his childhood days, he used to play with his mother a lot. Mother, quite often, while playing with Sunil Gavaskar, they used to play in a balcony, you can say a small gallery of their house. And mother used to bowl to him, and that Sunil Gavaskar used to bat with a tennis hand. So they played daily match there. And what happened one day? While playing, he hit one straight back, and by bad luck, it caught, just stuck at the nose of the mother, and she started bleeding. Sunil Gavaskar was really frightened, but mother shrugged it off and washed her face, and after some time the bleeding stopped and they continued playing. Because mothers are mothers, so they continued playing. Sunil Gavaskar, his father was really a good club cricketer during that time. He used to guide and advise and coach people who were fond of games, who used to take interest in cricket. And Sunil Gavaskar really found his father's advice invaluable in becoming a good cricketer. And also, Sunil Gavaskar, when he looked back in his old childhood days, he had the privilege of having a cricketing mother, because mother really helped him to take the first step in the game, which now he loves a lot. And also, you know, his chacha, you can see his picture on the screen. he is his real Chacha, Madhav Mantri. You all know that he used to play cricket too. He also played cricket for India in four official tests, and but not very successful, but it was strong even at that time of playing cricket, and he really played well. You can see that white jersey, white sweater on the screen. Whenever he went to his uncle's house, then he used to ask to see that white sweater, and Chacha used to show that white sweater to Sunil Gavaskar, and Sunil Gavaskar used to feel that smoothness of the sweater. It was his favorite pastime. You can see on the screen about cricket, his Chacha used to tell him that one day Sunil Gavaskar also has to sweat and earn the India's proud, India's colors, and he should also same way work hard to earn and do well with distinction. He used to coach him, guide him to work hard, and Sunil Gavaskar used to adore him. That is a lesson he has never forgotten. Now, if we look back, he is really glad that at that time his uncle used to coach him, and sometime really he didn't disagree for his childish demands. His chacha played so many times and won many medals, many trophies he had. So Sunil Gavaskar is proud of his chacha. Sunil Gavaskar, when he looked back in the year 1952 and matches of that time, he liked most the items, the cricket item, the stumps with which was bearing the autograph of the Indian and England teams. He loved to see the autograph of all the players. He really used to enjoy that, watching that. It was really old at the time of 1952. The stumps of the old time in the year 1952. From childhood, Sunil Gavaskar wanted to play cricket as a batsman. He wanted to become a famous cricketer. And really, he hated being out and losing his wicket. He wanted to fight with his team and friends, and he really wanted that he wins and he goes back home with all the bats and ball to show that I am the winner. We are the winning team, so that people be proud of him, that he is really a good batsman. Sunil Gavaskar, during his childhood, he used to play with so many children from his neighborhood. There were neighboring buildings, and they used to play cricket with other children. His main aim was whenever he goes for batting, the other boys, they sometime would cheat and sometime would get him out too, because he really used to play well. And the team who wins, they used to get trophies and sometimes small white metal cups, for which they all together have contributed of around rupees 1.5. You can see on the screen the image of these small white metal cups. During that time, this amount was really less. Nowadays, there is so many, everything, rates are going high, but this is the story of all the time. Sunil Gavaskar, what he learned from his relatives, from his mother, he learned that injuries are part of the game. The second learning was from his father, that there is always important pieces of advice we should remember. The third lesson he learned from his chacha, Madhav Mantri, to work hard. If you really want to achieve something in life, then you need to work hard. And fourth lesson he learned from his friends, that you need to tolerate and accept whatever loss or defeat you come across. You need to accept it gracefully. This is also useful. So Sunil Gavaskar, when he looked back from mother, from father, from his chacha, from all his friends, he learnt lots of life lessons. There were so many challenges, and you learn from those challenges.
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने हम, अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम, अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर।
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।